So I saw this come up on one of the used forums, and this is a Sweetheart combination whistle and Fife head set. Um, Paid about 125 for it, and I was interested because I recently visited Eric Tolberg, a whistle maker, and he had a wooden Blackwood version of the Sweetheart, and it was really nice. And so I've seen this model, this Fife and Whistlehead model for a while, and I've been interested specifically in the Fife to see if it could help me with my flute embouchure. But so that one I figured that adds more value to my collection than the Whistlehead itself. And again, I'm not a big high whistle person just because they're high. So, but here's how this one sounds, and then I'll swap it to the Fife head. So blew it a little bit. And it strikes me as a good whistle. I'm not sure that it's quite as good as the Blackwood one that Eric let me borrow. I didn't play it for very long, but I remember it. I thought, man, it had a really nice warm sound. I feel like Delrin does. I've talked a little bit about tone before. I feel like Delrin does have a slightly harder sound, maybe, than than Blackwood does. I do notice, it's very subtle, and I think that's kind of, as you get to play more and more, it's like people with guitars and stuff. Like when you're a beginner, pretty much every electric guitar sounds the same, and then as you get more and more advanced, very slight tonal differences stand out to you. And so I feel like I've played enough Delrin, and I have a few Blackwood things I can kind of tell there's a little bit of a difference. And so anyway, I don't know fully if there's a huge difference between the two, but it's a good whistle. So if you have a chance to pick one up on the used market, I think it's worthwhile. It's got a warmer sound than some of the tin whistles. Kind of stronger on the bottom end if that's what you're looking for. So now I put the Fife head on this, and this one I initially had problems with, and so I may still, it's taking me a little bit to get used to it, but here's my initial kind of attempt. So I've noticed that I have more trouble trying to get my hand position set on this Fife than I do with my whistles. I've got a little bit more room to spread out. My fingers don't feel quite so cramped. And for some reason, I keep kind of messing up on my initial placement. It's like I overblow, like I miss the hole a little bit. But if I it goes really flat at the top. And I don't know if that's because my embouchure needs work for a smaller instrument. The tone hole on it is a little bit squared off, more so than some of my others. Uh, but I don't know if I just need to adjust, my embouchure a bit to get those higher notes. But oh, man. So, yeah, that's where I feel like it'd be something fun to just throw in a backpack and take somewhere far away from people and kind of just mess around with it and see if I can get it to sound good. But yeah, that's where I'm starting from. I don't know how far I'm gonna take it, but yeah, it's definitely more portable than in my. I think the smallest flute that I have right now is my one of my low Fs, my Carbony F, which is fairly portable, but it's still a little bit long for a backpack. I think if I had a G or an A, it would be about perfect for taking, grabbing, and going. But this will we'll see where this goes. So I may or may not work on it.